el helicóptero. Tranquila, hija, tranquila. Vas a estar bien.
From intense shootouts to desperate last stands, brace yourself for a raw glimpse into Mexico's darkest moments with some of the most disturbing Mexican cartel encounters caught on Bodycam. If you were to hear about Joaquin El Chapo Guzman's life story for the first time, you'd probably think it was straight out of a Hollywood movie. After all, this man managed to escape not from one, but two of Mexico's most secure prisons. January 8, 2016, El Chapo was captured for the third time in Los Mochis, Sinaloa, after this intense shootout with Mexican Marines. The Mexican government even released body camera footage from the raid that looked like something out of an action movie. The Marines stormed the house, throwing grenades and bullets everywhere, searching every corner. This was Operation Black Swan, launched after a tip-off about El Chapo's whereabouts. Unfortunately, 5 guards lost their lives in the shootout. El Chapo escaped through a secret passageway, but was eventually caught by Mexican federal police on the highway. January 19, 2017, El Chapo was extradited to the U.S. and is now being held in the Supermax security prison ADX Florence in Colorado. The saying like father like son definitely rings true for Ovidio Guzman Lopez, the son of El Chapo. After his father was extradited, Ovidio and his brothers quickly rose through the ranks of the Sinaloa cartel, eventually taking over its distribution networks. On January 5, 2023, Mexican authorities finally caught up with Ovidio in the Jesus Maria district of Culiacan. The night before his arrest, he was attending a family party. But then military swoops in with choppers and ground vehicles in a pre-dawn raid, finally capturing him within 10 hours.
Tranquilo, aquí señor. Afuera, tranquilo. Listo, aquí tomamos. ¿Traes armas?
No, él no tiene nada que ver, oiga.
His arrest set off a chain reaction of chaos. The U.S. consulate in Hermosillo reported gunfights, roadblocks, and fires popping up all over Culiacan, Los Mochis, and Guasave. People started looting in Culiacan, and businesses and banks all over the state had to close up shop temporarily. Social media videos captured complete mayhem at Culiacan's airport, where 2 planes were shot at, resulting in the airport being forced to close down entirely.
Están carraqueando el avión de la Fuerza Aérea que acaba de llegar.
This whole mess ended up costing the lives of 10 soldiers, 19 gang members, and 1 police officer. September 15, 2023, Mexico extradited Ovidio Guzman to the U.S. on drug trafficking charges. He has pled not guilty and is awaiting sentencing at the MCC in Chicago, and he may eventually join his father in prison. Violence wasn't the only thing that followed Ovidio Guzman's arrest. In the aftermath, the Sinaloa cartel released disturbing videos of 2 boys in one of their vehicles brandishing large guns. Their faces revealed the trauma they've endured, hinting that they didn't willingly choose this path. Yet the guns they hold tell a different story. They're prepared to follow the cartel's orders, showing they have little choice but to comply. And by arming children in the street, the cartel's sending a chilling message to authorities. They're prepared to escalate the violence to any extent necessary to protect their control and territory. June 18, 2019, the U.S. Coast Guard released bodycam footage showing how they intercept fast-moving narco subs, seizing over 17,000 pounds of cocaine. This video shows a Coast Guard member shouting at a semi-submersible vessel and demanding it to stop. The Coast Guard personnel then boarded the boat, forcing open the top to find the smugglers inside. 5 alleged smugglers were detained and handed over to the DEA for prosecution. Now, despite these efforts, the Coast Guard intercepts only 11% of drug-filled semi-submersibles. In recent years, Central and South American drug cartels have increasingly used these semi-subs, which are nearly impossible to detect without prior intelligence or aircraft. And one Coast Guard member would say in this interview that they blend in. Most of the vessel is underwater, making it hard to spot. They're also painted blue to match the water. Even if they intercepted one, the Coast Guard has to act quickly because these vessels are designed to sink and destroy evidence quickly, with smugglers often armed and prepared for such scenarios. July 4th, 2020, a dramatic chase unfolded during a fierce gun battle between the Mexican military and a notorious hit squad, known as the Tropa del Infierno, affiliated with the Cartel del Noreste. The intense clash would take place in Tamaulipas, a northeastern state bordering Texas, and was captured on Bodycam. At least 16 gang members lost their lives in this confrontation, while the military confirmed that none of their own personnel were injured. October 22, 2021, a wild car chase and shootout goes down between cartel members and law enforcement near the northern border of Mexico. The whole thing went down in Matamoros, a border city with the U.S., when military and police officers try to pull over some shady-looking vehicles. But instead of cooperating, the cartel decides to start shooting at these security forces. They set up 15 blockades all over the city and even set some cars on fire. The crazy shootout ended with the deaths of 3 members of the powerful Gulf Cartel, along with 1 innocent bystander. 2020, 2 birdwatchers drove nearly 3,000 miles from Indiana to Cancun, Mexico. They were on the back roads looking for birds to take pictures of when out of nowhere a truck raced past. What happened next gave them the scare of their lives.
Oh my God, they have guns. Jesus.
Go, please.
Luckily for the Americans, the cartel told them that they weren't in danger, but warned them not to go further down the road.
Okay, can we go?
2022, a video goes viral on social media showing members of the cartel shaving a woman's head. The video shows a hooded man in camo using a hair cutter in a white van with a woman in a purple blouse by his side. They both held down a frightened woman in a white shirt and proceeded to shave her head. Reports from local media show that the men belonged to a cartel in Los Reyes, Michoacan. Allegedly, they shaved her head because she honked at them and then asked them to move their vehicle when they didn't respond. So in retaliation for what they perceived as disrespect, the cartel members took matters into their own hands and shaved this woman's head. So now in a similar incident, it was just a regular day for this couple until their lives take this crazy turn. Out of nowhere, a group of armed cartel members stopped their car. With guns in hand, the cartel members open the driver's side door and try to force the husband out of the car. But the woman in the passenger seat didn't back down. She urged her husband to hit the gas and get out of there, refusing to give in to the fear. Somehow, they made a daring escape, leaving behind the nightmare that had briefly taken hold of them. 2022, this armed group targeted police officers in Concepcion de Buenos Aires, Jalisco. They released this chilling video where they question officers about their supposed ties to the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, or CJNG. In the video, which spread across social media, police officers, 2 men and a woman, are seen kneeling in front of a patrol car as the interrogator demands the names of the officials who allegedly support the CJNG, referred to as the 4 letters. The armed men in the video are believed to be the cartel rivaling the CJNG, but their identities haven't been disclosed by authorities. October 28, 2018, Edgar Morales Tranquilino, known as El Largo or El Grande, a suspected member of La Familia Michoacana, ambushed police vehicles on a highway in Almoloya de Algeciras, killing 4 officers from the State Public Security Secretariat. After months on the run, El Largo was captured by Mexican authorities. He confessed to orchestrating that ambush with 7 other members of La Familia Michoacana, and even to filming the attack. 2017 leaked police body cam footage captures the intense moment when Mexican officers were ambushed by a cartel and confronted several gunmen believed to be members of the Juarez cartel. The ambush takes place at the Mexican border state of Chihuahua. Although the cartel initially caught the police off guard, the officers quickly responded by firing back with assault rifles and using their vehicles for cover. Cartels aren't the only ones achieving success in ambush operations. Sometimes the police can pull it off too. In May 2015, Mexico's government celebrated a significant victory against the CJNG. Federal police killed 42 cartel members and arrested 3 more in a fierce shootout. The clash took place in Michoacan after Marines, federal police, and state authorities investigated a large property where armed men were believed to be hiding. They were met with gunfire, leading to a 3-hour gun battle. After the shootout, officials seized 36 heavy weapons, including assault rifles, 2 handguns, a grenade launcher, a rifle, and ammunition. Unfortunately, during the confrontation, 1 police officer lost his life. February 2020, police report that 5 suspected cartel members were killed and 2 others arrested, including 1 woman, following a shootout on Casas Grandes Highway in South Juarez. This chaotic incident captured on body cam unfolded in a desert area off Casas Grandes Highway, and the shootout would last over 10 minutes, resulting in 5 suspects dead and a Juarez police officer with a leg injury. The Popular Front, in collaboration with 550BC, recently released a short documentary featuring footage filmed by a Sinaloa cartel foot soldier through a body cam. This documentary provides a raw and unflinching look into the lives of the Sinaloa cartel militiamen as they prepare for attacks on rival cartels. One of the world's most powerful and deadly drug trafficking organizations, the Sinaloa Cartel, generates billions of dollars annually. They have significant presence in every state across Mexico and possess equipment comparable to that of the Mexican military. Due to their extensive resources and organized structure, cartels like the Sinaloa Cartel are often referred to as narco-militias.
Va, sientes adrenalina recorrer por tu cuerpo y se siente algo agradable.
2021. This video surfaces on social media showing a group of heavily armed individuals standing next to a patrol car with the initials of the state's public security forces. Several cartel members are riding in a Ram pickup truck accompanied by what looks like a police patrol car with State Police and the official coat of arms boldly displayed on its side. 3 people in tactical gear are standing confidently in front of these vehicles. One of them, armed with an FX-05 rifle, distances himself from the recent tragedy of 2 municipal traffic agents who were brutally murdered in Cañitas, blaming the crime on the CJNG. Lastly, to emphasize their message, the group fires off a set of rounds into the sky.
¡Tope la verga, putos!
The CJNG recently released a controversial video showcasing their firepower and the loyalty of their militants to El Mencho, the cartel's leader. In the video shared widely on social media, a cartel member calmly displays their vehicles and weapons. This video caused a stir online, with many viewers mistaking the cartel's heavily armed and equipped personnel for the Mexican army due to the impressive display of those vehicles and weaponry. The National Defense Secretariat reported that in this video alone, the cartel had 75 drug traffickers armed with an arsenal, including 54 assault rifles, 10 50 caliber Beretta rifles, 9 machine guns, 1 50 caliber anti-aircraft machine gun, and 6 grenade launchers. The footage also showed 19 vehicles with armor and modifications for shooters. The Secretary of Defense commented that the video aims to portray the CJNG as the most formidable force within Mexico, highlighting their mobility, armored protection, firepower, and military-like training. The DEA added that this video sends a clear message that they basically govern Mexico, and not the Mexican government. In a country where videos of decapitations and executions have appeared on social media before, this video still managed to send chills through the public. 2021, the video posted to social media by members of Los Tlacos Cartel showed about 20 doomed men who were members of La Bandera, part of the Guerreros Unidos cartel. The footage shows a masked man taunting the doomed men, who are cuffed behind their backs. He violently grabs their hair and points a gun at their face while interrogating them, asking their names and other information. The armed man in this disturbing footage says to him, "This plaza already has an owner," implying that the brutal execution is the result of a turf war. She was known as La Cholita, a fearless hit woman who danced with danger every day. Working for both La Nueva Familia Michoacana and Los Viagras cartels, she gained a reputation for her boldness. Known as Lucy Cruz on one social media profile and Castillo Hernandez on another, La Cholita used platforms like YouTube to show off her risky lifestyle and taunt her rivals, including the CJNG.
Que les deje más cosas. Porque les importa más cosas, dice. Que le deje más cosas.
November 2020, she posted a video calling out the CJNG for being cowards, for ditching a truck full of weapons. Soon after that video, the hit woman disappeared without a trace. No one knows what happened to her, no one knows where she is, and no one knows if she's alive or dead. January 10th, 2020, in this shocking video posted on social media, Maria Guadalupe Lopez Esquivel, also known as La Katrina, a notorious hit woman for the CJNG, met her end at the hands of Mexican authorities. Trapped in a safe house with other cartel members, La Katrina's final moments were captured on Bodycam. As the police stormed the hideout, she was seen bloody and struggling to breathe, her face and clothes covered in blood. Desperately, she reaches out towards the camera. The footage shows her on the ground, fighting to survive, while a police officer tried to reassure her.
Tranquila, mija, ya viene el helicóptero por ti. Ya viene el helicóptero. Tranquila, hija, tranquila. Vas a estar bien. Trata de aguantar, ¿eh?
Meanwhile, CJNG members blocked the roads to slow down authorities, leading military to request chopper assistance to transport her. In another video, a soldier is shown carrying La Katrina and placing her in a waiting helicopter. Sadly, she did pass away shortly after that chopper departed. And when she met her tragic end, La Katrina was only 21 years old.